Hey everyone, it's Cal from Wise Guys Tutoring. So today we're going to go through improper fractions and mixed numbers and how to go between, from one to the other. So let's start with improper fractions first, defining what is an improper fraction. So basically that's any fraction in which the numerator is greater than the denominator, right? So the top number is greater than the bottom number. And what it means, we can use figures to represent it. So 5/4, let's imagine you have these two boxes here and I've split them in quarters, right? So that each small box is a quarter. Now, when we have 5 quarters, that means I have 1, 2, 3, 4. Now that one box was not enough, and 5. So what you actually have is 1 whole plus a quarter, and that is why 5/4 can be rewritten as 1¼ So this is the mixed number because it has an integer and a fraction. Okay, but this is not a very efficient way, right? Let's talk about, for example, this 13/5, right? I don't want to be drawing boxes of 5s and coloring in 13 squares, mini squares. So you have to think about this, as we've spoken before. The fraction is actually a division. It's actually 13 divided by 5. So whenever you're doing a division, first of all, your answer is going to have an integer and a fraction, and that fraction is going to have the same denominator as earlier. Okay, you keep that denominator. Now whenever I do a division, as I was saying, you have to ask yourself, how many times does 5 fit into 13? Now 5 fits into 13 2 times. 2 times 5 is 10, and that leaves me with a remainder of 3. Okay, that's to break it down for you. You get 2 times 5, that's 10, and you need 3 in order to get back my original 13. So 13/5 is equal to 2 3/5. Let's do it with another example. Let's take that 7/3. So we'll treat it as 7 divided by 3. And again, my answer is going to be a whole number and a fraction over 3. We keep the same denominator. Now the question is, how many times does 3 fit into 7? It goes in 2 times, and 2 times 3 is 6, leaving me with 1/3. And again, I'll break this down just in case. So it's 2 times 3, which is 6, and 1 to get me back to my original 7. So the answer, the mixed number format of 7/3 is 2⅓. Let's try another example, something a little harder. You might have to actually divide. So let's say you have 19/4. Now how many times does 4 go into 19? Well, why don't we do something on the side here? Let's do a 19 divided by 4. So 4 goes into 19 4 times, right? Leaving me with a remainder of 3. This is long division. I don't know if you need a reminder, but there you go. So you have 19/4 gives me 4 wholes, right? Which is this one here, 4 wholes, and a remainder of 3, which we put over the same original denominator. And there's your answer. So let's move on to mixed numbers now. So mixed numbers are called that because they are part integer and part fraction. So it's kind of like a lame math superhero. I'm just kidding. But anyway, so let's represent it graphically like we were doing before. So if it was fifth, let's say I break down this box into fifth. Let's say those are 5 equal parts. Okay, just bear with me. I'm doing it freehand here, people. Freehand, I say. So what we have is 1. So that means I have all of these. That's 1 whole, right? And I have 4/5. So if we were going to turn this into fractions, you have 5/5 and you have 4/5. And this is going to give me 9/5, 9/5, right? So in fact, 1 and 4/5 can be rewritten as 9/5. But again, you're not trying to do all these figures all the time, right? So the more effective way is this. Let's say I have 1 and 4/5. So my answer is going to have the same denominator. It's going to be a fraction. Denominator is going to be the same. All right. And what I like to do is this. You multiply your whole by your denominator. That gives you 5. And you add it to your original 4, which was there already. And that gives me 9/5. And that's it. We've arrived at our answer. So if we try something else like 2 and 2/3, let's say, right? So again, I'm going to get a fraction with the same denominator. It's going to stay the same. I'm just going to multiply these two. So 2 times 3, which gives me 6. And I'm going to add it to 2, which was already there. And that gives me 8/3. Let's do another one. Let's do 3. There you go. 1, 2, 3. And how about 3/7? So my answer is going to have denominator of 7, as you've guessed. I multiply the 3 with the 7. That gives me 21. And I add my original 3, which was there. And ta-da, 24/7. There's really nothing to it. That's all you got to do. So in my opinion, it's easier to go from mixed number to improper fraction just because most students prefer to multiply rather than divide. But either way, both are pretty simple and straightforward. So please like, subscribe to our channel. And if you have any comments, suggestions, or questions or anything, please get at me below. And hopefully I'll see you in the next video real soon. Thanks, guys.